on the top of a lungs, dancing by the lakeside, gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new little set of videos I'm going to be doing on my emergency stockpile. If you haven't seen it already, I've actually already done it's kind of like a setup of how I've set up my emergency stockpile plan again. I just went through my actual pantry that I have set up for my emergency stockpiling stuff, where I store like food and drinks. And I have gone through that, cleaned it out, set up tracking sheets, shown you how I use my printables, all of that on another video. So you can find that video. I'll try to link it below if I remember, but otherwise it's in the grocery haul and meal planning playlist. So please go and check it out. I've been doing this for years, and especially around COVID and Johnny changing jobs and all of that, we've done that in the past. But I kind of left it on the wayside the last nearly 6 to 12 months, so I'm trying to build it back up again, not only those types of things but also in my freezers. So I've done a whole new setup and I'm back to square one, where I'm actually going to be setting everything up again. So you will start seeing my stockpile grocery hauls. I keep them separate to my normal grocery shopping because it is separate money, a separate budget, and pretty much how I do it is anytime I've got spare cash from money saved from groceries or bills or just extra work I've done or something like that, I'll usually throw a little bit of it towards some stockpile stuff. So you will see videos coming up here on the channel, so keep an eye out, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy seeing what I've got, because I am going to try to show you guys and keep track of it, and have me a little bit more accountable this time with tracking stuff. So yeah, I mean, there's a number of reasons why you would do an emergency stockpile, and I've been saying this for years, especially obviously through COVID. People were struggling, they didn't have enough money, there were job losses, people got sick, there was food shortages, all of that. Besides that, just before COVID hit, there was the bushfires. People couldn't get food to areas, they couldn't even get water got cut off, electricity got cut off. Like, there was a lot of things that happened. It's happened a couple of times here through Victoria in different parts, like with fires and floodings and bad weathers and all that kind of stuff that's happened here. So we do have a lot of that stuff happening here for sure. If you're up more north, up in Queensland, then you've got obviously a lot more to do with like weather and hurricanes and, you know, that kind of stuff that would have hurricanes or cyclones, things like that would happen. So things can always pop up. We've used it in the past when Johnny changed jobs and he was like without income for weeks. And we've had it as a backup basically. Now, for all those reasons, obviously I want to keep it going for all of those reasons, because you never know what's going to happen, you never know what's going to pop up. COVID popped up, of course, all of that. And another couple of reasons I really want it for, it's towards the end of the year now, and I usually always start putting stuff aside for summer school holidays, because the kids are home for a lot longer. We tend to spend more money on groceries and stuff, so it's good to have a little bit of a backup. Not only that, I don't know how these summer holidays are going to go for me, because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to work. So when I don't work, I don't have holiday pay and sick pay and all of that. So I need to make sure I've got backup as far as groceries go, so I don't have to stress about that kind of stuff. So we'll be doing it for that reason too. Just not sure how I'm going to go with work while the kids are home for like 8 weeks. And then what else have we got? And then we've got, I always do this. Anytime we go on vacation, I like to make sure we've got a lot of groceries at home for when we come back, so I don't have to worry about money and buying groceries and doing all of that too. So we will be going away after summer holidays, or is it still summer holidays? Maybe it's still summer holidays, but after that period of time, so I want to make sure for a few weeks. So I want to make sure that we've actually got backup for them too. So that's what I'm currently building it for, but if anything pops up in the meantime, like some sort of emergency, then we will have it for that as well. So I'm going to be spending some time here on the channel actually, you know, working towards that and keeping you guys updated. So definitely subscribe if you're new, and keep an eye out on the grocery haul and meal planning playlist. It's linked below. But I will leave a link to the video that I just did, where I actually set everything up and show you my tracking sheets and how I work it and stuff, so you can see that. But in today's video, I'm going to show you the first installment of a grocery shop that I did for my emergency stockpile. I have spent quite a lot on this because I had spare cash. Not every shop is going to be this. It was about $100. Not every shop's going to be that high. The idea is to do it in small parts over time, because most people don't have $1,000 just to throw at it. So that's why I'm doing it that way, and it's just gradually being built up. So fingers crossed we don't have an emergency in the next 4 weeks basically. But yeah, today's video is just showing you guys my first installment, what I purchased, and yeah, keep an eye on the channel for future installments. Well, this is my first installment for my emergency stockpile. It doesn't really look like much, but this was pretty much $100, pretty much. So it's, yeah, I had to pick and choose with things, and some things were a lot more expensive, like this for instance. This was, I don't know if this was on special, I can't remember if it was on special or not, but it was $10.40 I think it was, and I've not seen it before. But the reason I got this was because it's actually a 1 litre and it's also a 3-in-1. So I was actually planning on, for the stockpile, buying like 2 or 3 bottles of these smaller ones, which would have cost me more than that. So I figured this was a better deal, so that's what I did. I got one of those. It's just a bonus that it's bluey because Isabella likes it. Joseph's not really going to care. I just wanted something that he could just quickly wash his hair with. We do have shampoo and conditioner, of course, in the showers, but right now for the kids, especially Joseph, he's a boy, so he doesn't need specifics, but just something to wash his hair, and this is something like this is good enough, so it's good. I did have a couple of each of the shampoos and conditioners. These are not expensive, they're like $2 each, but it's just what we like to have, so I have that. A sauce, now it probably would have been cheaper at Aldi, probably, because this is now, what did I pay? I think this was $5.60 maybe, roughly, at Woolworths. I'm pretty sure it's under $5 at Aldi, but it's just because I wanted the Woolworths points this week, because I've got a bonus thing happening, so it was worth it for me to just get all this stuff at Woolworths this week. This did cost, but we like to have at least one of these in the stockpile, so I got that one. I got refills for the hand, you know, the hand pumps in the both the bathrooms, and you get 4 refills out of this. We actually stretch it to maybe 5 or 6 refills because we do add a little bit of water into them, so it just works out. This was on special, that's why I got it. So this was down to, I think it was $4.95. I got 2 lots of the 12 pack of toilet rolls. Long time ago I used to always buy the Woolworths brand ones, and that's disappeared, but I think it's because this one replaced it, because it's about the same price. It's $5 something. When I go to Costco, if they've got the big packs of toilet paper, I would probably be buying that because it is a better deal. But for now, I just got 2 of these to go in the stockpile. I got 2 lots of these mini bites, the salt and vinegar ones. On my list is also the healthiest chicken ones, so I'll get those at some point too, but I just got these today. These are about $5 a packet. The only frozen item I got were the peas, and that's just because I don't actually have any in my freezer, so I wanted to get this stocked up. So I did buy 3 bags. I bought 1 for the freezer that we can use tonight, and then 2 others as our stockpile, our backup. We love Bird's Eye. I go on and on about this, but to me, there is a taste difference, honestly. So we prefer to buy the Bird's Eye vegetables. They are more expensive, but we tend to eat them, whereas the other ones we just don't. We've gone back to cheaper brands, and especially with the corn, oh, the corn is just not good in the cheaper brands. Bird's Eye, we love it, so it's great. So I got 2 bags of those. They're $6 each now for the 1 kilo. I got a packet of Super Dupers, because I want to stock up on these for summer mostly. We do have some in the freezer now, but I want to have them up for summer holidays and things, so that's there. Peanut butter was actually on special, and I don't have any, obviously, as a backup right now, so I got one of those. It was $5 for, what is it, 470 grams. This is just the brand we prefer, and we prefer smooth, because I think just, I don't mind crunchy, but I think it gets stuck in the kids' teeth and Johnny's teeth as well, so they don't like it, so we just go with smooth. The Cottee's cordial, the apple raspberry is our favorite. I generally get the sugar-free one, you guys know that. However, Johnny won't drink the sugar-free one, so I just got this one as an all-rounder for the stockpile, and yeah, just going with that one. It wasn't on special, but I got bonus points with it, which is why I got like a good number of bonus points, which is why I bought it today. Our pasta sauce that we love, I got 2 jars. I think on my list it's actually listed as more that I want in the stockpile, but I just went for 2 at the moment. I did get some Cocoa Pops. I want to fill up, like have some cereal, obviously as backup. When I go to Costco, if they've got the big boxes, I'll probably get that if it's a good deal. But this was just on special for, I think, around $7, so I grabbed it today. I was going to get the Wheat Bix Bites that we love, but they were not on special. They're $4.50 still, so when they're on special, I'll get multiple boxes of those, because if I can get them for $3, it's amazing. And then, is that everything? And then this is the last thing. So I love these packet mixes. I make up a lot of dishes, freezer meals, especially for Johnny going to work and stuff. We do a lot of those, and I tend to use 2 packets always, but when you buy 2 packets, you get 2 packets for $3, so it's a better deal and it's a win-win, obviously. So I got apricot chicken. We love that one. Super easy to make, guys, to these, and not so expensive because you only have to add a few ingredients into it rather than completely from scratch. So it's a little bit more affordable. The deviled sausages we absolutely love. Chow mein, cottage pie or shepherd's pie. We do that one. And I did get the beef goulash, which I've bought before. I haven't made this one for a long time, but I got it again just because I want to do some sort of beef casserole as such. For the freezer especially, so I grabbed those ones. So I'm going to start off in my stockpile cupboard, putting stuff away because most of that stuff will go away in here. But if you haven't seen it, like I said, go watch that video where I was setting everything up, and you'll see I don't just have these sheets, which is just for pantry items. I've got ones for freezer and fridge and I don't know, just other areas, bathroom, that type of thing. So I go definitely watch that video so you can see how I've set up and the quantities and things that I want. But for today, because I bought that shop, everything, I'm going to go through my list, and when I find whatever I have to do, so for example, we've got these packets here, I'm going to find them on my little thing, which is here, base packets. So I've got all the ones listed that I actually wanted to have, and then how many I wanted to have listed, and so I'm just going to like do little strokes here to say how many I've got to, you know, that I've put in the cupboard. So if I ever take anything out, I need to write it, I need to either cross it out or I need to write it straight onto my grocery list to replace it that week for shopping. So it's kind of, it's a bit of a way of obviously tracking everything and keeping track of, you know, where you're up to with all the things that you actually want to have on hand. But you've just got to figure out your own way of actually managing that. So you either have to, like I said, if I do 2 strokes and take it out, I need to cross that out and then it needs to be refilled. But ideally you're going to use this, like the emergency stockpile, like a working, rotating pantry as such, because otherwise things will go out of date. So if I'm shopping for that week for groceries, then I'm just going to take it from here and then put it back obviously when I do the groceries. Not as an added extra for like stockpile grocery hauls. When I show you those, it'll just form as part of the actual normal grocery shop if I'm just putting it straight back into here. Okay, I filled in some few little things. Doesn't look like much, does it? I've done it. This was just the pantry stuff. So there was the toiletry stuff, which I've actually put under here. So I might move that sheet onto this door as well. So I've started piling it up under here, just because where I was having stuff in the bathroom, I don't have quite enough room. So I'll have to change that about. But otherwise, there's a few things in here. We've got, I'm going to try to put snacky things up on the high thing so people can't just come in here and grab. And I've also got a note here just to tell everyone, please don't take anything without telling Mum, because we need it for our emergency stockpile, in which I'm working on for summer holidays and for when we go away and when Mum can't work and we don't have that money coming in. This is going to be something I'm going to fall back on as well, and of course if there's some sort of emergency. So anyway, it's done. I've got something in there and we're ready to start. So that was the very first emergency stockpile grocery haul that will be coming up over the next few weeks, months, ongoing as far as I know. Obviously I'll get to a point where I'm probably going to hit that max that I want on my list, which would be really good. I pretty much tried to plan for maybe like 3 to 4 weeks ideally is what I'm trying to do. So yeah, we'll see how long it takes to actually get there, but I'm excited to get going on this journey and sharing it with you guys. So if anyone wants to follow along, you can definitely do that. So check out all the links below. Thanks so much for watching today. I'll come back next week to see what I get, and yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Bye.